Oh, great, it was not the cleave. That's what we were hoping for. Perfect. So we got a lot of damage here. We're down to 7, so he could have some sort of weird shenanigans. There's a lot of mana.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. Today we're playing Gruul Aggro from Core Set 2021. As always, we're going to break down the deck list, talk about each individual card, then get into the strategies and synergies of the deck, how all the cards work together to form the overall archetype, and then we're going to get into today's gameplay footage where we break down the different plays that we can find within the new M21 meta. As always, if you find any value within this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and share it out to a friend. Gruul Aggro M21 starts out with 4 copies of Pel Collector. This is a 1/1. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, if that creature's power is greater than Pel Collector's, put a +1/+1 counter on Pel Collector, and as long as Pel Collector has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it also has Trample. A single copy of Primal Might. This is a sorcery. Target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn. Then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. The cost is 1+X, so it's even really cool just to cast this for the 1 cost for the fight effect, right? On to our 2-drops. 3 copies of Robber of the Rich. This is a 2/2 with Reach and Haste. Whenever Robber of the Rich attacks, if defending player has more cards in hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast a card exiled this way and spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze. This is a new card, a 2/2 with a 1-cost forest ability that does not tap. We can do it at any point and stack it, right? Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze, and you gain 1 life. 2 copies of Domri's Ambush, a sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. 2 copies of Gallia of the Endless Dance. This is a legendary 2/2 with Haste. Other satyrs you control get +1/+1 and have Haste. Zertaw Goblin, a 2/2 with Riot. Riot means it can either enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, or come in with Haste. On to our 3-drops, another new addition here, Bolt Hound. This is a 2/2 with Haste, and whenever it attacks other creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn. 3 copies of Bone Crusher Giant. This is a 4/3, and whenever it becomes target of a spell or ability, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller, and then Stomp is a instant adventure that's tagged to it for 2. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. 4 copies of Annex Harden in the Forge, an X3 card. Its power is equal to your devotion to red. Whenever Annex or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 red satyr creature token. With this creature cannot block, and if this creature had power 4 or greater, we'll create 2 of those satyrs instead. 3 copies of Gruul Spellbreaker, a 3/3 with Riot and Trample. As long as it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have Hexproof. So that giving you Hexproof is really helpful sometimes. Onto our 4-drops, we have 2 copies of Garruk Unleashed, another new card. This is a legendary planeswalker coming in with 4 loyalty, +1 ability. Up to 1 target creature gets +3/+3 and gains Trample until end of turn. -2, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Then if your opponent controls more creatures than you, put a loyalty counter on Garruk the Unleashed, so it kind of just makes it a -1 if they have a bigger field than you. -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of your end step, you may search your library for a creature card, put it into the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Next, we have 3 copies of Questing Beast. This is a 4/4 with Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. Questing Beast can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control cannot be prevented. And whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker as well. We also have a couple 6-drops here, 3 copies of Embercleave. It's a legendary artifact equipment with Flash. It costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature we control, because we can cast it with Flash, right, during our attack phase. And then when it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature we control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and Trample, which is absolutely deadly. And then once it's on the battlefield, you can re-equip it for 3. These spells are accompanied by 4 Stomping Grounds, 9 forests, and 9 mountains. If you really wanted and you were struggling with land, you could incorporate a couple Fatal Passages, but I don't think it's really necessary. No sideboard today, we're just playing best of 1. That's the deck list. Let's talk about how this Gruul Aggro deck is going to work out as a whole archetype, right? We know that we want Embercleave as soon as possible. We know Embercleave costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature we control. So it's really important for us to ideally Embercleave on turn 4, which means we're dropping a 1-drop on turn 1, our Pelt Collector, right? On turn 2, we're dropping a 2-drop. I really like Robber of the Rich because it has haste. I also really like Gallia of the Endless Dance because it's a draw engine. If not, we have Scavenging Ooze, which is really good against certain archetypes in the meta. And then if not, our last pick is our Zato Goblin. Worst case scenario, we drop another 1-drop like a Pelt Collector. We just made to make sure that each of our turns we're dropping a creature. The same goes for turn 3. Ideally, we're dropping Annex. If not Annex, a Spellbreaker or a Bone Crusher Giant, potentially, depending on the scenario, if he has creatures we need to remove or not. If he does, we save the Stomp. If not, we can put the Giant in. If we can't get anything, then we default back to our 2-drops with Gallia, Robber of the Rich, Savaging Ooze, right? And then on turn 4, we have the choice to either Embercleave if the field will permit it. If not, we probably just go with our Questing Beast and continue to ramp, right? You don't always have your Embercleave and Questing Beast together, so you kind of just pick which one you have. Side note, they do work together very, very well. Giving something First Strike, Trample, and Death Touch. It doesn't have to be Double Strike. It can just be First Strike. Trample and Death Touch means you only need to do 1 damage to them with First Strike, and that 1 damage is Death Touch. And then the Trample damage will proceed through unaffected. So it's a really cool way to get over people's toughness, right? So you only have to deal 1 First Strike damage to them. And then the rest of your Trample damage can go into the Hen House. So that's a really cool combination. With Questing Beast because it does have Death Touch in the deck, and then we can give it First Strike and Trample with Embercleave, which is really, really cool. Other synergies include Annex's Satyr tokens. These come out as 1/1s. If we have Gallia, they're 2/2s, and if we have a Bolt Hound, when they attack, they're 2/3s. So that can be incredibly oppressive on your opponent if he doesn't have any blockers. You can play Annexes on top of Annexes to create 4 Satyr tokens, which is really cool, especially if you have Gallia of the Endless Dance out, like I just mentioned. Removal through Primal Might, Domri's Ambush to get rid of those things that are really going to mess with your deck, right? Questing Beast ruins the game. We also have a little bit more removal with Bone Crusher Giant. Scavenging Ooze is really good. It'll take escape creatures out of the library, Wolf Strider, Uro, Croxa, stuff like this. It also takes cycle cards out of the graveyard. I said library the first time, graveyard, though, it is where it's taking the cards from. So it's a great way to control your opponent's graveyard. It shuts down reanimation decks, cycle decks, escape decks. There's so many cards that Scavenging Ooze just completely oppresses. And it gets bigger, and you gain life, so it even potentially will make a really cool Embercleave target if the match permits it, right? Other than that, make sure you hold a card in your hand for a Gallia of the Endless Dance to discard, because you can't draw 2 cards unless you discard, so it's always really good to hold 1 card in your hand, especially when you have Gallia out, so then you can start executing off that and refilling your hand. Really, there's not much to the deck. Garruk is really nice here too. Giving a creature trample is really, really good for us, +3/+3. Ideally, it goes on the Questing Beast because he has Vigilance. So not only does the Questing Beast get bigger, have trample, but it has Vigilance. So next turn it can protect our Garruk Unleash because, you know, it sucks to play a Planeswalker and then just have it removed. So I always like to at least protect our Planeswalker with at least 1 blocker. Again, depending on what kind of deck it is. If he doesn't have any creatures, then that doesn't matter, right? So that's the general strategy. I think we've covered everything within the deck. Pelt Collector ticks up whenever you play something bigger than it. That's pretty basic. And yeah, that's Gruul Aggro, you guys. If you have any questions or concerns about the deck, leave them down below in the comments and I'll definitely respond to you. I always do. Quick reminders before we get into today's gameplay footage. I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. Come hang out, that'd be great. We also have live premieres now on YouTube, so it's a great way to come check out our latest content that I'm showcasing, chat live with me while we all watch the same video together. We have a pretty banging Discord, like 1,200 people over now, beginners to the top ranked Mythic players in the world. We have competitions, giveaways, like you can win cash prizes a lot in this Discord. It's pretty crazy. But that's what it takes to have a really cool community. We have monthly tournaments, Artisan and Brawl, just so much stuff going on, you guys. Check out the Discord, and then you'll just be able to familiarize yourself from there. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you who continue to spend your time and attention here watching my content. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. Thank you so much. And we've recently had an influx of people step up and start to support me financially. You're incredible. We're going to get moved into a new location here eventually once I can afford it, have better internet, have more content, better quality for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to this next year creating said content. Thanks again, you guys. Now let's get into today's gameplay footage. Gruul Aggro, Core Set 2021. Not disappointing. I know you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my final thoughts. Take care. The land is lacking, but when isn't it? We're going to keep it, and hopefully we can draw 2 lands off the top, and we're laughing. Our opponent's playing Lurrus. Does that mean cycled? Does it mean sacrifice? He goes first. Passage probably means sacrificed. We draw our first land. We just need 1 more, and we are cooking. It's definitely cycle. It's a good trade. If I were him, I would have just taken the damage and then continued to do chip damage to me, but I'll definitely get that off the field. This is annoying as well. Our Scavenging Ooze slays the cycle deck, so that's really good. Is Go for Blood instant or sorcery? Let's kill his graveyard before we play our beast so he doesn't... kill our questing beast with his Zenith Flare. Let's keep our defenders for a turn. Go for Blood is a sorcery. Questing Beast gets past most of his blockers here except the Rescuer. Keeping his graveyard cleaned up. Beast goes in. Looking for our Embercleave. There's that Zenith Flare we were worried about.
Let's just try to find our Embercleave. Gallia will help us dig for it. Maybe only once. Well, it's not good. 2 Zenith Flares, both on my creatures. So we're getting around his main win con. He only has 2 more in his deck. He's really gonna appreciate that. I kind of want to go all in. Let's just keep our draw engine back, I guess. He needs to kill Annex. Or he should. He should definitely kill the Bolt Hound as well. Yeah. Questing Beast should be blocked with the Rescuer, maybe? I don't know. This is hard for him. Kills the pup, kills the token, Satyr. Satyr replaces the pup. Or the pup replaces the Satyr. He's down to 9. Relying on Zenith Flare top deck. Good game. I think he's done with it. Nice. Okay, this is M21 Gruul Aggro. Let's make it work, ladies and gentlemen. We've had the worst luck recording. Full hard drive, then just not recording. So we really need to get some footage today. Gallia is great. Robber's really good as well. So we have a good spread of 2 drops. I like to drop Gallia last just because she's the highest priority. And we have our Embercleave, we have Questing Beast. This should be fine. Archive Troll is very annoying though. So we're going to need to buff up. Coming in with the counter on our Goblin. He's just going to lifelink this Troll and mess us up. And the Goose. We need a Domri's Ambush off the top. Okay, so he mitigates some of his life gain. We're going to trade with the Troll if possible. He could just have a fight effect, though. The Great Horn doesn't. It does. Okay, that's annoying. Because of the Shadow Spear, too. That's what I forgot about. Dang, that's annoying. We should have not attacked and double blocked. I guess if we drop a land, we can cleave. And that should help us win. Or are we questing Beast and just block it with the Beast, probably. That's 11 damage. We have our cleave next turn. We can kill this Great Horn, which I absolutely will. So he needs a fight effect to kill our Questing Beast. Nice, Auspicious Derricks. That's busted. He gets 2 permanents and a land. Hopefully 3 land. Land, yes! And then a Paradise Druid. So this is a big boy, is the thing. And we're just going to trade with it. He gains 8 life, deals 4 damage, but loses his Mutate stack, which I think would have been beneficial for him just to hold on to. One, two. Oh, great. It was not the cleave. That's what we were hoping for. Perfect. So we got a lot of damage here. We're down to 7. So he could have some sort of weird shenanigans. There's a lot of mana. He probably should block our Gallia of the Endless Dance or our Bolt Hound. Okay, Gallia survives. Down to 11. We're at 7. We have a Garruk. We have an Embercleave. Are you joking me? That's ridiculous. What a play. We were too greedy. I guess all we needed was a defender, right? Oof. Land looks good. Hand is very lacking. We get to go first, though, which is nice. Turn 3 Annex is never something to complain about. It is nice to have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, though. Or 1-drop, 2-drop, I should say. Right? Like our opponent's getting that early aggro damage in. That's our job. Let's go big, because he is an aggro deck. We're going to need some blockers. First strike, no blockers. Light up the stage is fine. We're safe from the goblin. Annex comes out. All attacks, please. 3 damage, which is great. Makes our cleave not have to do as much work. Again, no blocks. He can keep his first strike tricks to himself. We could Garruk, which would be fun, but... We thought we had 2 forests there. That was a total misplay. I was going to ambush the giant. We lose our sick Embercleave. Oh, we still had to trade with him, though. Okay, there's his Annex. That's fine. And then we can still Embercleave here. Right, 10 damage, 13, 14 total. Down to 3. That's a good hit. He needs to remove our 5/5. Robber of the Rich, that's okay. He could cleave on us. Huh. That's pretty aggressive for tapping your blockers. Good game. Alrighty, plenty of land, almost too much, but we've got a little bit of removal, which I love to see. Okay, could be worse. Let's play our creature without haste. He plays an Ajani here, I'm gonna lose my mind. An Ajani into a Healer Hawk? Don't you dare! Alright, we get lucky with the removal. Another one. That's too much for us. I was thinking we could have Ember Cleaved there for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just used to having 2 attackers on the field. So Johnny's gonna make contact this turn. Unless he is... Oh, he does go for it. For 8, that's not bad. More exile and we're screwed. Elioid is very good. Into another just a Johnny. Busted. Absolutely broken. It's quite a bit of first strike damage, but he's got indestructible, so it's an easy block, and then he just wins the game. Right, we do get the trample damage through, but it's not enough. Okay, the hand's a little lacking, but we're gonna get there. That's okay. We have some removal. Playing our Shockland first. Removal with giants, if not our goblin. That sucks. Let's just try to throw out the blocker. Stacking our collectors. We can Bone Crush the Initiate or Gallia. If we draw a land, we might even just... Let's just go for it. Unless he himself has some removal. Getting rid of a Bone Crusher Giant or our Beast, I hope. Not the Cleave. Okay, we get our land. Perfect. And he's going to kill my Pelt Collector over Gallia. Also perfect. Okay, if we can pull another land next turn for our Questing Beast, that's awesome. Or another Mountain for our Cleave. If not, we can Bone Crush. Annex is nice. Just aggroing in. Oh, we lose our Cleave. That sucks. And we pull a Mountain. At least we can drop these Questing Beasts. He really dislikes these Pelt Collectors. He gets 2 tokens here, which is great. Down to 7. Good game. All right, let's get after it. 2 lands. Okay. We have a little bit of everything. I'd love a 1-drop is the thing off the top. Negative. That's okay. I do love a little bit of removal. Uh-oh. That's never a good sign, right? Let's just push our Goblin. If he drops it to Fairy, us putting the counter on is absolutely useless. At least this way we get a little bit of damage. Oh, it's in the air instead. And that's absolutely fine. We drew a replacement for our removal as well, which is really, really good. One to the bottom. Another eagle. Here's the concede. Those are his best cards, and we just nuked 2 of them. Let's see what else we have to contend with. Brazen Borrower. Okay. If this guy starts making angels on us, I'm gonna lose my mind. I think Questing Beast does a really nice job. Right? He can't block. And then we get to kill him on defense as well. He also... Yeah, okay. Good game. Hey, at least this win was recorded. I think we've had 4 wins in a row, and only 1 or 2 of them recorded now, so let's keep going and try to get into Diamond 3. We need a forest. This looks a lot better. Keeping 6. Tossing our Spellbreaker? That sucks. right? I really want to keep on that beast. I think it's worth waiting an extra turn. Pelk Collector's prone to removal here. No blocks. Pushing a few defenders out there. Ooh. Double shock. Nice. No attacks, we're going to try to defend. Bone Crusher Giant, another Spitter, sure. It's a bit of damage. Questing Beast does have Vigilance though. Playing his Giant, that's fine. No way. He's first strike, +3. We do take 2 damage here. Hitting for 5 with Vigilance. Very nice. That's a lot of damage. Pulls an Annex, that would have been nice. Kill the Robber. He plays his Annex. We need to cleave. Negative. I don't think it matters without life gain. That's just going to be that anyways. Steamkin in play, and then he just thrashes us. Hey, how did he kill our Questing Beast? I looked up. That's game, though. We go first. We need to mulligan this land away. Right? We need 2 mountains for our Annex, so I don't think we'll ever get there. This is better. Let's toss our Garrick for now. It's just too expensive. We have a Stomp available to us if needed. Absolutely. Let's just take this out right now. Not waste any time. Okay, Stormfist Crusader I don't mind as a Gruul deck. So check this out. We're paying 2 life, playing our Ooze, and then activating our Ooze to take his Knight of the Ebon Legion out of the grave. We regain the life that we lost, or half of it, I should say. offsetting the Crusader. We pull removal for him. As long as Rotting Regisaur doesn't hit. Ooh. Okay. Let's kill the Crusader. And then we're doing the same thing, but instant speed. Land is good. We have Primal Might to deal with something, but we need the creature in play to make it work. Second champion is pretty good. He's got to have something. I just don't believe it. Maybe it was a really good bluff? I don't know. I don't want to lose the ooze, though. Let's get some nice blockers out. Oh shoot, I thought we had an additional land. Let's kill his draw engine. Okay, he's gonna give it Death Touch lifelink. So the fight effect will kill us both. Nice. No attacks. Was not expecting that Black Lance. That's why he was trying to bait us with the first strike always, because he can give it Death Touch. Okay, this makes sense. Robber. Okay, that's fine. I guess. Yikes. Still trying to play a little bit defensively, which is not what this deck is meant to do, but we have our backs against the wall. Are you serious? I know he's got some trickery. Oh, an Ambercleave. Perfect. Cry. Annex is down. He's still at 20. We need an ambush off the top. Can't block. May as well go in. We do have enough... Oh, are you serious? He's going to equip his Embercleave to his Reggie. We might have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 14, 15. Are you joking me? Does he have another knight to flash in on this Fervent Champion? Man, that would suck. Are we continuing to having connection issues? It's kind of been a theme of the day. And it looks like it's locked up. Do we just restart the client really quick to double check? Probably. It's weird that we have to do this, but that's the world I live in. I'm always monitoring our ping, trying to monitor the connection. Always being scared that we've lost connection and trying to rush back in. Definitely trying to get to a new location in town with a better connection. I don't even know how I've done this for a full year for you guys so far. It's incredible. And just like that... Oh, no, here we go. So the bad part is if it's our rope and our connection and we don't realize it and we wait a minute or two before we're like, hey, what's going on? Then we've lost our whole turn. But if it's his rope, then we just mess around for no reason. Let's see here. It's probably our turn. A whole turn's probably passed. No, we're still roping for our opponent. Interesting. And that's what I mean. That's the paranoia, right? Like, I'm so used to like getting disconnected and having it be my fault and needing to rush back in. Then when I do get roped and it's not my fault, I get put in this weird paranoia state, trying to fix problems that don't exist. Nice. We did get rid of our rope that was on the screen, which is at least nice though, right? And maybe he's having connection issues now and the same thing's happening to him. But what I was scared of is now happening to him. Who knows, right? Like, I just want a perfect internet connection so I know that it's never my fault. If we can win through timeouts, that would be so cool, right? We are getting smashed right here. This is not a good game for us. We should have double blocked with the Bone Crusher Giant to keep Gutter Bones out of his hand. Here goes damage. Oh, we didn't even get to damage. Let me know what you guys thought about that situation in the comments below. Hey! What did you guys think of Gruul Aggro in Core Set 2021? I think it's pretty cool, and we were easily climbing rank with it without much trouble. Again, it is later in this season, so climbing rank is always easier, and using an aggro deck doesn't hurt either. So we've got a couple new cards in the deck. We've got Garrick, we've got Bolt Hound, and there was something else, Primal Might and Savaging Ooze. So there's a couple new cards within the deck which make it a lot of fun to play. It's just like the Gruul we remember
but maybe a little bit stronger, right? There's a couple of really cool interactions that we can do with Savaging Ooze, with Garruk, and with Primal Might as well. And then Bolt Hound is just the cherry on top, which, oh my lord. A lot of people are worried about Ugin. Just kill your opponent before he's even played. No worries there, right? So thanks for watching, you guys. I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. Daily premieres on YouTube that are live as well, so come chat, hang out there with all of us while we showcase our latest content. Join the Discord. 1,200 members, beginners to the top-ranked Mythic players in the world. Competitions, giveaways. I think we have like a 500,000 gem giveaway still going on right now. So don't miss out. Join the Discord. Thank you guys all for your support. None of this would be possible without your continued time, attention, and those of you who do support financially. Thank you so much. You're incredible. The whole community thanks you. So again, thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with some new content. Take care and have a great day.